Rolling Stone just came out on the cover. Have you seen this cover? With the Boston terrorist in a very flattering image that makes him look almost like a pinup. That might inspire people to, hey, if I could do the same thing, maybe I'll get on the cover of Rolling Stone. What's your opinion of that? Did Rolling Stone make the right choice to draw attention to the story, or is it self-serving, do you believe?
I mean, it's probably the answer is a little bit of both. I don't think, I don't think they're completely like, we had no idea. You run the risk of getting people's dander up when you make this kid not only a cover boy, but like he looks like an indie rock star cover boy or something. Looks like Evan Dando from the Lemonheads or something like that back in the day. That being said, Rolling Stone has always been an investigative journalism magazine, as well as, hey, we do the charts and shit like that, but they do insanely great political coverage. They do fantastic coverage of the news, in-depth coverage when they write the pieces. So on one level, you're like, why is anyone surprised? They did put Charlie Manson on the cover, back in the day, so it's not like they've never put somebody on the cover that's not from the world of music or entertainment or something. But that being said, I wouldn't have done it. I thought it was interesting, the reaction of the Boston police. I guess there's the guy who took all the pictures, and in response to that cover, he was so incensed. He was like, this is not the face of domestic terrorism, here it is, and he published photos on Boston, local Boston.
And he subsequently was relieved of duty.
Yeah, last I heard he was getting suspended, but I don't know, now they might have taken him out altogether. Not taken him out, but gotten him out of the department altogether. But, it's pretty gripping photos of the night that they captured the kid. So, would I have done it? No, but that's me. Do I fault Rolling Stone for doing it? No. And do I think that they did it just to get attention? No, but I also think I was in there. I think they did it because that's what they do. They write pieces about hard news, and that's hard news to some degree.
Matt, do you feel strongly about this?
Well, this gets back to exactly what we're talking about with the Dirties, and that's showing. I think people are not willing to accept that people who do violent things are human beings, that they're a part of the same society that we're a part of. And I think what that Rolling Stone article was doing that people found so offensive is the same thing that I think we're at risk of in releasing this film. We're going to come under a lot of the same criticism of why would you tell a story about a guy who seems like a likable, affable dude who does something so evil. And it's precisely because, I can't speak for them, but they're trying to start this discussion that we're having now about can somebody be an evil monster and a human kid at the same time? Like, at that intersection, what's going on, and how can we untie that to maybe get to the root of what's really going on? Because that kid didn't see, a movie and decide, oh, I know what will be cool, or I know what will be like a good thing for me and my brother to do. Like, it is not as simple as I think a lot of people want to paint it out to, and this Rolling Stone article is just more paint on that. So I actually think it's great. I think anything that can complicate that discussion, we should be happy about. But I understand that's an extreme opinion, so.
Great.
It's a good thought, though, in terms of, some people go, complicate the discussion. I understand what you mean, though. It's not there's no pat answer. You can't, cover domestic terrorism, or, in this case, domestic terrorism that kind of came from within from a young kid, in a very brief USA Today color graphic.
Exactly.
It's way more complex than that, and I think the article, that's the thing that gets lost in the shuffle, is whatever article accompanies that photo probably goes way in depth, and tries to ask the question of, how did this happen? And now everyone's lost in the Sturm and Drang of, why is he on the cover? Why is he on the cover?